The camera is already running. Hello there, my dear friends. This was just a cinnamon coffee. Yes, it's all about cinnamon. Our topic today: inhale, smell your success with cinnamon in advance. This is the important thing, in advance, because you want to attract this. Today I wanted to make a complete different video, but this idea came suddenly in my mind. Today we need cinnamon sticks. Cinnamon sticks, a lot of cinnamon sticks. Yes, these here. Not cigarettes. No, just cinnamon. Oh, because they smell so much stronger than the powder. This has really lost its taste. It's wonderful when we combine it with food, but when it's on smelling, getting the scent of the cinnamon, we need the stick. So I hope you have stick. If not, get them as soon as you want. The idea that came in my mind today was, I have to share this with you. We all have our wishes. We have so many goals, and most of them are just playing in our imagination. Okay, it makes fun when we think on them. We really feel fun when we play in our awareness with them. And this is good, because we all know a thought is already a form of manifestation. The second form. The first form is the feeling. But the second form is already more tangible. It's in your awareness. And we are so accustomed to our thoughts that we say, my thought is real. I can't share my thought, I can tell about this, but I can't give you my thought. But for me, and you also know, my thought is real. When I think on sugar, I know this is sugar. When I think on cinnamon, this is cinnamon. When I think on my desire, this is my desire. Your thought is real. So this means this is already a form of manifestation. The second form. First comes the feeling. It's a little more diffuse, but let's stay on the thought. So when you have your thought, but you're not completely satisfied with your thought, because you could say, okay, I have my thought and wonderful, that's it. No, you want it normally appear in the outer world. Okay, when we have a feeling, we are already satisfied. This is very interesting. When you have a feeling, you already feel good. It's good. So when you have a feeling, this is nearly complete. But a thought tends to become reality, because when it's in front of you, when you can see it, hear it, touch it, then you're much more satisfied. And as a thought is already a realization, we want this thought normally as soon as possible to become reality. So what can we do that this thought becomes reality? Is the recording on? Yes, the recording is on. Once I made a recording, I made the whole project in front of the camera, and at the end I realized the camera was off. No, the camera is on. Wonderful. I don't do it for the trash. Okay, let's come back to the thought. The thought, we want our thought to become real. And what can we do that the thought becomes real? The more we think this thought, the more it feels comfortable. And the more we feel the thought, it becomes a belief. And when we have the belief, we think, yes, this is true, at least for me. And only this matters. But it's still a thought. we can act on it. This is very important. When you have an idea, you should immediately go in this direction. But a thought is something that you can't see and you can't hear it. It's something in your mind. You trust that your thoughts are there, but you can't see a thought. And you can't hear a thought. And you also can't smell or taste a thought. And now comes the cinnamon. When you have the thought and you want to impress this thought in something that you can smell, it becomes much more reality. For example, imagine you have a flower in front of you. It's just a flower. But when you go and smell, oh, it tastes so good. You inhale the scent of the flower. And then you do not only see the flower, you also can smell the flower. And these molecules of the flower get over your nose, in your mind, and the flower, in case of smell, becomes a part of you. You can even eat the flower and then it gets in your stomach. But don't eat the flower. But there are flowers we can eat. But let's stay on the smell. So you smell the flower and you inhale this perfume, this wonderful scent. And then you say, yes, the flower is becoming a part of me. Get rid of the flower. And the same goes with the cinnamon. You can smell the cinnamon and you say, oh, smells cinnamon. But, and here comes the good message. Good that you stayed until this, because now comes the benefit. You have your thought. And then you impress your thought in the smell. How do we do this? You smell. And while you are smelling, you're not only realizing this fantastic smell of cinnamon that makes something in you, at the same moment you think on your desire. And you combine, you modulate your desire in the scent of the cinnamon. And normally everybody likes cinnamon. And you can leave it with you. You can have a small bottle, close it. And then you can, sometimes you don't even have a flower with you, but you can have cinnamon. Could be even a smaller bottle. So, and then you have your cinnamon and your, and while smelling, you modulate your thought, your desire you make a combination. It's the same like a radio wave. When we have a carrier, an FM carrier, this is just silent. But we can modulate music in it. And then we have a radio wave from a radio station. We have the carrier on the frequency, but there's music on it. So the carrier, a radio frequency, by modulation, it can carry more information. And you can do the same. The scent of the cinnamon is the carrier. And then you modulate your desire, your thoughts. You mix it. It's like a mixture. Oh, yes. Oh, and this is wonderful. Imagine you have this wonderful smell and you combine it with your desire. It seems your desire becomes the smell. It is a combination of them. And when you do this over and over, when you smell the cinnamon scent, it seems so real. And your desire is not just only a thought. It becomes reality, at least in the case of smelling. And this is really important, because when you can smell this, it seems real. This means we are combining our senses, and this could be seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, in this case, smelling, with the desire. And this is a much stronger form of manifestation. And when you continue to do this, and when you have an idea, and when you act on it, your desire comes much closer to you. And when we want that a desire manifests, realizes, we want this as soon as possible. Normally we don't say, I want this, but it might come in 30 years. No, we want this as soon as possible. And therefore it's good to use our cinnamon, our amplifier, our catalyst, and we combine our thought with a physical sensation, the smell. Yes. And believe me, do it. Do it again and again and again. This brings your desire much closer in your life, combined with all the other actions that are necessary. But the amplifier, our catalyst, cinnamon, is magic. You want to share something? Comment below. Test it out. I do it, and it works. And when you have the first experience, share that in the comments. And yes, another video just from cinnamon. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see us in another video. Bye-bye.